Hi there everyone, it's me, your favorite, the Romanian Regent, and in today's episode, I'm gonna be posting my first episode on Victoria 3. We are of course gonna begin by expanding our livestock ranches to get more food for our people. Sweden actually is in a pretty interesting position. It's not a weak power like these African countries over here, but it's not a major power either. But it isn't a, but it's kind of a regional power. To the south we had Denmark and of course hopefully a Prussia is going to form Germany and Russia. My goal, as I mentioned, will be to form Scandinavia, which will entail at some point taking Finland and taking all of Denmark. Scania actually doesn't have enough infrastructure, so we are just going to get road maintenance here in Scania. And now it's good. For a start, we'll target landed voting. We want to get a proper police force, a dedicated police force, so we will get the army into our government. So we will get the armed forces into our government, confirm, and we will try to get a dedicated police force. Now this might seem weird, but I'm actually going to reduce taxes and add a consumption tax on luxury furniture and luxury clothes. Now for the beginning, I'm just going to declare war in Poland. And I think start researching intensive agriculture. Oh, and we only need 3 more states to form Scandinavia. Now we are going to try to damage relationships with Norway to eventually annex them. And we don't actually have all the things needed, but I want to create a strong tooling industry so that I can then use tools in all of my other industries, which will make them produce more stuff like iron and wood and so on, but also make a higher demand for tools, thus making them and us more money. And I'm actually going to try to build them all of the tooling workshops in Svealand. Actually no, I'm gonna build them in Göttenland. Yes, I know a bit of German, I'm learning it, since this one has more infrastructure available and also more peasants. Since we can afford it, we will also try building another construction sector and try on industrializing our country as fast as possible. And we will build another construction sector. Now here the king intervenes in the political process. Now, normally I would want to weaken the nobility of the country to reform the country, make it more modern, but we actually really want to get this law through, so the king's will be done. Now actually, we will try to export our fish, because we have quite a lot of it. We will export it to Prussia and to the Dutch. And we will also export grain to the Prussians and the Dutch. We still need to build a lot more tools. And we get a dedicated police force. We will attempt to get landed voting. And we got intensive agriculture. We will try getting canneries. Now another tip you need to know is that while we could rush for nitroglycerin right now, if we research all of this layer of things we can research, it makes researching all of this much faster. So that's something you should probably know if you're gonna get into Victoria 3. We will declare an interest in the East India Company to try and get some dyes from here for our textile mills. We need 15, so let's see. And we can get exactly 15, perfect. Now we need to import iron and more tools. And we have landed voting. Now since I'm playing a paradox game, and specifically EU4, I know that even if it says 60% chance of getting the fort, it basically means a 1% chance. So I know for sure I will get this charity hospitals with 16% chance, right game? Right game, I will get these charity hospitals, right? Just like those forts, man, just like those forts. Now since we have more tools, we are actually going to try and go and use them. Considering our lack of iron, we will likely start building a few iron mines. And that is a 50% chance to get charity hospitals. Theoretically we should get it within a year, but paradox chances again. The industrialists are pretty unhappy and they want to start revolution. So we will try getting some poor laws We still need more iron and get atmospheric engine, which now we are going a bit into depth, but not too much. Ooh, and we can actually get atmospheric engine pumps in our iron mines, and this will give us more iron, but we'll also need more coal and tools, so we will try to get that. We want to get census suffrage. The question is whether we can without starting a revolution, so let's see quickly. And I think we may be able to do it. And we actually got census suffrage, which was really lucky. We will try getting universal suffrage. We're going quite democratic this playthrough. And our GDP is starting to go up slowly, but not as quickly as I would like it to do. Alright people, we will import some grain. We do need nitroglycerin. We will start using steel tools, which will result in us making more tools and also using more iron. And we have a national guard right now. And we immediately got nitroglycerin. We also try getting railways. Oh, and we could build railways, but they require specific resources, specifically coal and engines. I'm gonna try building the engines and then the steel, and then I'm gonna try getting the railway. And it seems like we cannot get a parliamentary republic. There would be a revolution, and so we'll have to stop that. Okay, we will try getting separation of church and state. See if this works. We will subsidize our railways. This seems like a good idea. We just need more engines, that's it. We will get private schools for our people to appease the industrialists. And I think we can get another construction sector, potentially. As you can see, our GDP is 12 million, so green line go up. And we also have the 4th GDP in the world, and we got private schools, that's really good. We will get colonial exploitation. Once again, we will try to get a presidential republic. Let's hope it doesn't cause revolution. And Russia declares us a rival. That's not good. Good God. Will we have a revolution? I don't think so. Currently, we are building up our rail industry to get more infrastructure in every province. We will actually start making some colonies in South America. We'll try at least. We'll try building more construction sectors. Quite a few more actually. And we have universal suffrage. Now remember, we are still a monarchy, so we have to resolve that somehow quickly. We will try getting elected bureaucrats to appease some people. We can get improved fertilizers. Actually no, we won't do that, because in doing that would make fertilizer even cheaper and it would make it even less profitable. So we will wait. So the military and skirmish infantry and shrapnel artillery and first aid. Alright boys. We need to recruit a general. Persistent, pillager, cruel, morale loss. We'll get this guy, plus 20% defense, dug-in chance and camouflage chance. We will try getting Finland for our own. This may be overstepping it. Alright, let's see. The UK is supporting us, they are supporting us, and for now we won't be actually deploying our troops as to not get attrition. The Russians for some reason feel kind of confident. I want to get Russian war reparations. Hopefully, if we can, we could maybe conquer like a few states. Like, we'll try taking Estonia. Or we won't. We are Notorious, that's not good. The Russians are still feeling cocky. I just hope I didn't make a massive mistake by doing this. Alright, so that failed, so we're gonna need to wait a bit longer and build up our strength and get out of this horrible debt. Oh god, our economy just crashed. What happened? What happened? Okay, so I basically just started regressing our economy a bit, cutting back on where we were producing too much, and I'm just trying to cut back on overproduction and no longer use the methods which need resources which we do not produce. Oh god, I know what happened. Alright, so basically I was trying to use more coal than I had to produce for example paper and tools with less workers. And so it meant that when eventually my tooling workshops and paper mills weren't no longer able to get the coal they needed to use water tube boilers and rotary valve machines, they just stopped functioning, which meant I was getting no tools and no steel and no paper, and so it meant that everything else that used those resources just collapsed. God. We have discovered mutual funds, which is helpful. Okay, so now this steel mill is producing just enough that the steel is just a bit overpriced, and it can actually afford the iron and coal it needs. I think that is most of our economy put in order, most of it. Alright, and we are again in a surplus. That was brutal for our economy. We lost 50%, we basically regressed like 20 years. God. Oh god, I realized what happens. I think after I denied that obligation, they just kicked me out of the British market, and that just literally halved my economy. It just destroyed it. God, that's why it collapsed so much. Alright, now we will use our interest to get more rubber. Okay, this playthrough has been pretty miserable so far, but I think I'm actually starting to like really understand the contrast between the supply and the demand, and how I actually need to and how I need something to demand the product that I am supplying. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially out of debt. It's been a long while since that, but we're out of debt, so that is really good. Yeah, let's get some more construction centers. It feels so good to finally grow our market after a long time. The Norwegians are on their own. I will have no mercy. We will expel their diplomats. We will lower our relationships with them, which we are doing. I think we will try it. I think we will try to go for Sweden. For Sweden? No, for Denmark. No, not for Denmark, for Norway. I've been playing this game for a few hours already, okay? Come on, Norway, don't back down. Don't you dare back down. We could sway the British, but But as long as Norway doesn't get anyone else, I'm okay with just going to war with them on my own, and they got Russia. We will offer the British an obligation. And we have them on our side. Alright, we will just be defending the front. As you can see here, the reason why I and the British are holding is because the number of fighting capable men is going down. This battle is not going too well. Right now it seems like only the British are fighting on the front. Where are my troops? My troops are supposed to be fighting this. I know that the system that selects the troops is basically just random, but still, come on, man. Oh, and we actually pushed the town. Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna be defending the front, and the British are gonna try to push. We are slowly but surely winning the war. They are losing their war support pretty quickly. And we have captured the capital of Norway, Christiania, or basically just Oslo. Now they are going to negative. As long as we don't lose any significant battle, we should win this. The cost of war has been actually higher for us than for, but we did inflict more wounded soldiers and casualties. We are getting closer and closer to victory over here. Getting the British as our allies was the best thing I could have done. We will try getting proportional taxation for, more money. Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening? Something just happened, but we should hopefully win this soon. What is happening? And we won, annexing all of Norway. But that was like, god, that was close, too close for comfort. Alright, and we have annexed all of Norway. We cannot for... Oh, wait. We are still at war with Russia, that's the thing. We are still at war with Russia, but apparently we don't have an available front. Oh, this is impassable terrain, right. And the Norwegians formed an uprising against us? Really? This game really is pain and suffering. Wait, what? This time, hopefully, the Russians won't be able to go through the Norwegian lands, so we should probably be good, I think. Man, I just want this war to end already, it's so exhausting. And we actually got proportional taxation, that is so lucky. Now, the British have gotten out and it's just me and Russia, unfortunately. And I do not know whether I will be the one to run out of war support first or him. I'm not actually sure. Now this splits into like 100 fronts. And we crushed Norwegian secession. Now we should have peace. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe one day we can even reach our previous peak before we were expelled. I love how I simply love how he just said that. Alsace. I love that. And Russia capitulated. Now we are officially at peace. And we can rest. Oh, and finally, look at that. We have finally recovered post what is that, like English bubble burst collapse, and we now actually have a sustainable economy, which hasn't happened in quite a while, to be honest. And it seems like Great Britain is having a revolution, which is between these guys who are Democratic Republic but are under the intelligentsia, and this also Democratic Republic under the unions. This means that, yeah, their GDP is just gone. Wow, yeah, that is horrible for them. France, France is doing pretty good. Not explosive growth like before, but decent. And as you can see, our economy is just skyrocketing. It does seem like we are taxing our people a bit too much. I should probably try cutting a bit on my spend. Oh, and we can actually import all the coal we need, so that's really helps. Now, since we are actually a great power, we can declare interest in a lot more areas. As you can see, I have just been, I've been using my colonies to get tea and to get things like sugar and coffee into our markets, and that is just shooting our GDP way up. We are number one GDP per capita once again. It's been quite a while since then. Prussia wants a trade agreement? Sure, I don't see why not. And as you can see, we have nearly won this war, and we will win it next week when Russian war exhaustion will go to minus 100%. Now, our navy is so superior that we are able to rate 99.07%. Even though that is the case, somehow apparently we are losing because our commander made a blunder. But still, we have ironclads. What is this? Why are these men of wars? Oh, and before this war ends, I would like to show this. So our economy is pretty much equal to the Russians, even though they have like 7 times our population. I had to stop all construction to prevent, a collapse, weaken a bit taxes, so people will actually have some money to spend in the economy. And as you can see, our economy, even though I tried, our economy still wasn't really prepared for war. We are lacking a lot of ammunition, a lot of luxury goods, and especially coal. We are lacking a lot of coal. And even groceries. We are even lacking groceries, which I didn't thought would be the case. But whatever, we have won the war, not less. And we have dealt more than double the wounded and casualties. There you go. First, we are of course going to integrate the Baltics. And now we have a big deficit of, well, government bureaucracy. So we will actually have to stop that for now. Yes. And of course we got Finland as a puppet. Wait, what? Finland should have been our puppet? What is happening? Wait, let me just reload very quickly. Wait, let me check the war goals over here. Make peace. Transfer the Grand Duchy of Finland to Sweden, so Finland should become our puppet. Let's see if reloading solves it. Okay, paused, and Finland is our puppet now. Yes. Why is that the case? And Finland just immediately broke away from us somehow. What is this? Okay, so I looked it up online and it seems like that this is just another bug in a Paradox game. So actually what I'm going to do is very quickly going to reload it back to that old before the peace deal. Now I have a plan. I have a second plan, and if this doesn't work, I think we'll just have to conquer Finland manually. Alright. Finland is right now our puppet. They have minus 3,000 relationships with us, so they are immediately going to break away the day that they have the chance. But instead, I'm quickly going to go over here to culture, nation formation. I'm going to form Scandinavia. This one. Did this not annex them? It didn't annex. Now, unfortunately, I checked and what's gonna happen is either they've just broken away and we just have to conquer them manually in the future, and they also have no truce with us or anything, or they will start a diplomatic play for their independence, and considering that our country is considered a pariah with 112 infamy, we will probably have to face a few other powers. But considering the state of our navy, and army, we should be mostly okay. Right now, I'm gonna be focusing on trying to repair our economy, which is having a bit of trouble. So first, of course, we will stop the use of field hospitals since we don't need them now. And for now, we'll have to wait. We'll also use, and while I did try to tool my industry in order to be able to resist the demands that would be put in a war, which mostly worked as you can see, it still wasn't completely ready for that. So right now I'm just going to be trying to retool our industry. Now since I have a treaty port here in Russia, hopefully I should be able to import things like coal and wood from Russia to help with my market demands, hopefully. Now as you can see, I have built 30 construction sectors to try to drain out the money that is right now just sitting in the investment. And even with 300 construction, it's still not really enough. We just need to build right now. Just build everything we can. There's demand for everything. I have a question. What is the point of getting a treaty port if the country you have it in can simply just decide to embargo you? Right now, I cannot get coal from Russia because they just decided to embargo me, and there's quite literally nothing I can do. Whatever, Russia, don't you worry, I'll get back at you. I'll get back at you, I swear. As you can see, I had to lower a bit the resolution of the game. And the reason I have to do it is because Victoria 3 gets pretty damn laggy late game. And just be clear, I have a pretty good PC, and this is still having problems. If you know a mod that, if you know mods of Victoria 3 that can maybe... Now, as you can see, I've decided to stay and stabilize our economy a bit, but Austria also declared war now, so we're gonna see if we can naval invade them to get some more operations from them. I have finally managed to get these naval invasions, and let me tell you something. I have won. There's no way the Austrians managed to push me. There's no way they pushed me out, right? There's no way. There is no way. I cannot ignore them. I just want this war to end. I just have to hold out for like 2 months and I win. Come on, just 1 more week and we get Austrian war concession. And we won. Good God. We do get 274,000 pounds as repayment for the horrible pain that Austria put us through. Now, as you can see, due to us being the second world power, we can pretty much declare war or interest everywhere in the world. Just everywhere. Nearly everywhere. And as you can see, the United States and Russia are trying to contain me, but this will not work. It just won't. When are you going to learn your lessons? How many times do I have to strike you down? Unfortunately, it will be a while until my airplane factories get operational, so I'll have lower stats until then. But it should be okay. Now, I was just waiting, but now I think I'm gonna take a few other provinces for Russia to improve my border. Now the war goals I added was to get war reparations from both America and Russia, was get an American treaty port, liberate Poland, conquer Ingria, or basically just St. Petersburg, and open the Russian market. I do believe that we are perfectly capable of doing it. And we are at war with the United States and Russia. While we might seem outnumbered, our troops are top of the line with the best equipment, so this should mean we win, I think. As you can see, we are able to hold pretty well, considering we are getting close to the era where, as you can see, our casualty and wound ratio is quite good. And that is since, we are getting quite close to the era of World War I and the era of trench warfare. So my plan currently is to stall this front and then launch an invasion of Crimea and dig in there to attract as many Russian troops down there. That is the plan. As you can see, we have landed in Crimea. Now, while we could try to go into offensive, it's actually better to just advance like a tile or two and then just dig a trench and hold. We are also setting up a naval invasion in the Caucasus, just again to create as many fronts as possible. This seriously confuses the AI. We are just managing to advance in the Caucasus with literally nothing stopping us aside from some minor garrisons. We are stretching their fronts a bit thin. We have gotten chemical warfare. That's gonna help us quite a lot. I don't think I mentioned this, but I've also built up a ton of universities, so I have max innovation every week. And we can get stormtroopers! And the Americans just accepted war reparations and to give us a treaty port? Really? Scandinavian New York treaty port, that's exactly what I wanted. And we will continue our war with Russia. Honestly, I expected the wars to the Russians to peace out first. I didn't expect this. Very interesting. Due to having so much income from the American war reparations and also the Austrian war reparations, we can actually drop our taxes to the lowest, so our people can have some extra money to spend in the economy. I hope the Russian people are having just as a good time right now. Was that a reference to the current war? Was that a reference to the war right here? I don't know. You'll figure out yourself. Now we have defeated them, and we have also opened the Russian market. Yeah, Russia isn't looking that good anymore. I'll be real with you. Now, while I could just take these two states over here and end the game, I think I'm gonna go a bit further with this. I didn't thought I would see this day, but we have minimum level of taxes and maximum wages. Our economy is 416 million. This is just incredible. Now France joined, and we will force them to give us war reparations the second we can. And that is it, French war reparation. I want them to open their market, and I want a treaty port, let's say in Provence. I will force them to liberate Occitania and of course Corsica, and also liberate Algeria. We will also get ourselves our first skyscraper, and we can actually build two of these due to a bug there is. We are at war with France. Oh good god, I just realized. The United States, France and Austria joined this war against me. Good Christ. I will dismantle every single one of them. We will launch two simultaneous naval invasions to try to get into France. And we landed in France. Hi there. You might be wondering, hey, it's 1929, why haven't you just finished the game already? Well, for some reason the game just keeps on crashing on the 4th of January. And because of that I cannot finish the campaign. As you can see, I made Occitania independent after that war with France, and I puppeted them together with Spain, Tunis, Morocco, Poland, and the Netherlands. And right here I was going to dismantle the British Republic, get Ireland, Wales and Scotland independent, and take like 2 states in the south, thus crippling England. But considering my current circumstances, I cannot do that. Anyway, this campaign was actually pretty fun. For as frustrating as it was sometimes, I did learn how to use the economic system, and I did manage to build quite a good economy. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment if there's another country you'd like me to play. See you. Hey there, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I put quite a lot of work into these videos, and I hope you enjoy them. See you. Sacul carte spate cu armele în mâini, fie din cu soare sau cerul